So, here we got the latest project, questionable acquisition, a AMF Hilu. And this isn't a catamaran so much as an outrigger canoe. I know you can't really see it because it's all disassembled here, but the main hull right here is 14 feet and the outrigger is a lot smaller. The AMO, it's probably like, I don't know, probably 7 feet, something like that. Anyway, went all the way down like 4 hours away to scoop this stupid thing up and bought it for 50 bucks. And after talking to the owner, probably could have got it for like 10. He's like a repo man, and this was just in a garage that he was taking stuff out of. So it's got problems, obviously. There's no way I would scoop up something like this if it didn't have problems. Let me just walk you through them. So surprisingly, this isn't even the biggest problem, but there was probably a hole in here. Someone patched it in a really ugly way, but I've poked it, I've prodded it, and it doesn't seem to be soft. So gonna have to take that down, sand it, maybe put some more glass on it, but it hold water right now, so that's pretty good. The big thing it needs is a bath. It's pretty disgusting. It was just sitting out in a yard for who knows how long. Anyway, the big trouble is back here. I don't know why, but the plug is missing out of both of these. Now, I don't know how you could manage that, because these AMF plugs are pretty sturdy, but somehow someone managed to rip it out of both of these. This one's going to be a little more trouble. I'll bet in the AMA right here, the outrigger, that could probably just get another one drilled straight in. No problem. But this one will probably take some filling. And there's spiderweb cracks over this entire thing. You see there's a little nick there. It's a little messed up. Now, the How-Tos, outriggers, whatever you want to call them, they're all in okay condition. You could probably sit on these. I might replace them with something a little bit nicer, but that's all I got for now. Oh, I guess I forgot to mention, the sail is pretty shot. It's missing a lot of eyelets. It's just like a mini fish sail, so not quite as big as a sunfish sail, but it's kind of got problems. And yeah, that's probably covering up a big hole that I didn't see in the boom or something. But that's okay, because I have my own mini fish, and all the rigging is pretty much the same. So, what's the plan with this project? Well, obviously, it's got some work to do. First and foremost, it's gonna need a bath. I don't have a pressure washer or running water here, so gonna have to arrange some time to do that. Big thing will be resurfacing this repair and getting plugs. I think I'd be okay to sail it around like that for one season. But I also would like to switch the outrigger side from the outrigger being on the right side of the boat to the left side of the boat. I know it's usually on the right for these AMF Hilus, but you know, paddled outrigger canoes for, well, since I was like 5, and I'm used to the outrigger being on the left side, and it's too late to change that. So I'd like to switch that over and just get it going. It'd be pretty nice. I'd probably end up rigging the sail for a more traditional look, like some of the 6-man sailing racing canoes. I think that would look pretty nice. And maybe replace the old How-Tos and give them a bit of a curve to them to also sort of mimic the 6-man racing sailboats, I think, or sailing canoes. I think it would look pretty nice. I know it's all hard to see, but I've got quite the grand vision, as you do, like usual when starting a project. I'm looking forward to this one. I'm probably not going to do anything today except drain the tremendous amount of water that's in it out of it. something I should probably address is why this boat? Why another one? So this is really what, oh boy, look at it go. This is what I really always wanted, was a sailing canoe. Well, maybe not like this, but story time now. Back home, I used to always race the outrigger part of the Olukai canoe race. And afterwards, they would always have like sailing canoe rides with like the big typical sailing canoes you see, which is like the 6-man 40-footers. But there was also a guy out there that had a 3-man surfing canoe that he converted into a sailing canoe. And I was like 10 or so, and I rode with the guy, and it was so much fun. And that was really my introduction into boat sailing and not windsurfing. And I guess it tells you the kind of impression it left on me. One of my biggest regrets was the guy offered me to sail the boat, to steer it and go all over the place with him, and I was too scared. I was like 10. I was like, oh no, I'll break your boat, and so I didn't. And well, I guess here we are. This is something I wanted. The place that I sail in the Buffalo Harbor is pretty hard to get out of. I launch at the kayak launch, and launching with the Hobie 14 is kind of tough. The wind beats dead on shore, and it's pretty hard to get out of there. And you can't really paddle a Hobie 14 when you're alone. So what I was hoping to get was something that would be like an 80% sailboat and 20% canoe. And I think I found that here. So for solo, just for me, and I wanted it to be more manageable than the 14. This one hull is 14 feet, but the other one is pretty small. And that small one probably weighs like 15 pounds. It's actually pretty incredible. This big one, I'm hoping will weigh a lot less once all that water finally decides to come out of it. But that would make it trailerable and car toppable if I wanted to. I really enjoyed car topping my AquaCat 12 while it lasted. When I broke it, well, then it was gone. So this kind of is replacing the AquaCat here. But the AquaCat was really heavy, and I'm hoping this is a little bit better. If once that drains, it's light like this AMA. And the goal is to be able to, paddle around with just me, and to load like my camping stuff on the trampoline. I had a ton of fun sail camping with my buddy, and he had a Soroka. Oh, and that was great. And I'd love to find a Soroka to add to my pile. But this is much more my speed, and I think it's going to be a great time when it finally goes. If it ends up not being for me, I'll just sell it. That's okay. There it goes. If it ends up not being for me, I'll sell it. It's fine. These boats are incredibly rare as far as I can tell. And even if I don't end up keeping it, it would be totally worth restoring it just to have another one in the world. So that's the project. Stick around and we'll see how it goes.